Hello, welcome back to GP's Odds and Ends. Jessica here. I have a few things that I want to do today. First off, I wanted to talk about my Etsy shop. I am doing a sale for a month, so this will go on until I started it on October 18th. It'll go through a full 30 days, which will be until November 16th, and it's an additional 40% off everything in my shop. I also wanted to let you know the retired challenges are all priced at $3, so it would be the 40% off of the $3. So that's the Coastal Challenge, the Christmas Santa with the ornaments on the back, April Showers, Mayflowers, the Snowflake Savings, and the Valentine's, Anti-Valentine's, and the Happy Easter. So these are all priced at $3, and you would get the 40% off of that. Basically, I kind of want to do a refresh kind of everything. I want to kind of reset like my binders and my challenges and stuff like that, but I feel like I want to do that with the Etsy shop as well. I want to try to move as much product as I can between now and the end of the year and so I can kind of make room for some new items for for all of you. So I also, these are all now featured challenges. There's a couple of others in there specifically for like fall and Halloween that are listed as featured, but I put all of the remaining, these are like, I kind of labeled them as like the birthstone, birth month flower challenges. So they do have the month listed in the Etsy shop. However, there's no month actually on the challenge itself. So just so you know, if you just like daisies and you want this, it doesn't specifically have to be for April, because I'm sold out of January, February, and March, so I have April through the rest of the year. But again, it does have the jewel on the back, but it's pretty, so so we have the April. And these are all priced at $4.50, and you would get the 40% off of that. All of the other scratch-offs are the normal price of the $6, but you would get the 40% off, of course. And all of the digitals are 99 cents and 40% off. So we have the April daisies, and I believe April is diamond, the May lily of the valley and emerald, June, roses and pearls. This one's July, rubies and larkspur. August is peridot and gladiolas. We have the asters for September and sapphire. The marigolds for October and opal. Topaz for November, and then the chrysanthemums. This is a really cool fall looking one as well as the these are both kind of very fall looking and cool. Blue topaz, which kind of looks very icy to me for December, and the narcissus flower. So if you want any of these, and there's some of these don't have very many left. Like I think the November, I only have 2 of these left total, and I'm not going to get more. So if you want any of these, get them, because they are kind of low quantities as well. All right, so with that being said as well, I do also want to do the October Etsy payout. So I had $19 for October that was paid out on October 7th. So I want to make sure that I get this taken care of. So I do have my budget binder. This is from Janelle Ray Budgets. So let's go through and take care of this. This money is going to be for odd and end, so we'll get to that a little bit later. So I will do that today as well. But for my Etsy shop, what I like to do is put 30% for taxes, 30% for supply, 10% for equipment. And so that gives me $6 for taxes and supplies, $2 for equipment, and then $5 for profit, which I will probably put into the Canva envelope. So for taxes, we're putting 6 in. And this one now has 20, 40, 60, 75, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I don't think I have... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put the 5 for the profit right in here. So Canva now has 20, 40... 5, 55, 56, 7, 8. So I need to get a move on this one because I'm kind of running out of time. I believe that that is going to renew in December. Supplies is getting 6, 5, and 6. And I think I used some of this money to get something that I needed. I can't quite remember what, but... And then equipment is getting just $2, so 1 and 2, and that's the last of it. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 37 in equipment. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to put this little notebook away, but I'm going to keep this budget binder out because I do also need to update the CDs. I didn't do September, and I just, I didn't update September yet, and I also just funded October. Or it will be funding shortly. Soon. Anyways, so let me go back to the back here. So we're going to do 50 in each, and this whole CD packet, she has it listed as for like emergency funds, which mine is more or less going to be geared towards retirement, so you can really use it for whatever you want. But the goal, and this is from Debt Free Jessie, Golden Girl Budgets, Tracy, she also does a really good job of kind of explaining how she uses this for her savings as well. But basically, I opened each one with about $100, and so I have one for each month. So basically I have 12 CD accounts through Ally, and you can get them through Capital One, I believe, as well. Mine are through Ally, and I like Ally because there's no minimum to open up the CD. You don't have to start with a minimum dollar amount, which is really nice, but they also earn a higher amount of interest. So I believe each one minimum earns about 4.5% interest. So the more you have in there, of course, the more interest you're going to get. But I would like to get these to a point where I, have that money in there, but then I can maybe get the payout for the interest if it's a high enough amount, and that will kind of supplement whatever money I am getting or making from, let's say, Social Security in the future after I retire. So I have one CD for each a month. I do have 12 CDs now at this point, that as of last year, and I'm just funding them each month. So right now I'm just funding them with $50. I think once I get my debt kind of cleared out, I can kind of focus on this a bit more, but that's going to take a little while. So I'm just doing a little bit because I do put $100 a month into kind of like a buffer in my checking account. And that's just so that if I'm short in one of my categories for my online bills or things like that, or something unexpected comes up, I have a little bit of money that I can kind of fall back on in that buffer. But if that money is still there and I have the $50 that I can put into here, then I'm adding the the $50 in here. So there's one for each month. Everything is up to about $150 so far. So I need to add the info in for September. So you get a page for each CD that you open. So you get the CD ladder page that shows the amount that you deposit each time, and then these little CDs that you can color in to kind of keep track of it as well. So we need to get to September. I believe I'm up to date. Yep. Besides that, so here's September, and let's see. Okay, so we have 50 for September, 50 for October. So I'm adding 50 in. My pen doesn't want to work. Okay, so that's 150 for September, and I believe, let's see, each CD is $40. That's 80. That's 100. That would be 120. So we need to do a little bit more than half of, it's not exactly the same color, but oh well. So a little more than half of the other CD. Okay, and then same for October. We are okay, adding 50 there as well. And let's see. All right, so there we have it. I'm going to put this aside. And let's count what we have. Now, these are just prop bills, of course, to designate what's in those CD accounts. But let's see where we are at so far. So far, in my CD accounts, I have 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 492, 493. So $1,493. And actually, I think there's a little bit more due to the interest in there as well. But I mean, you know, look at that. And the thing is with the CDs as well is you can grab that money, like since you have 12 of them, you can grab that money out if something came up, let's say in December. I could pull that money out for December, but then I still have all the remaining months for future use, and then I can refund the December one if I need to at some point. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna grab my. I think I'm gonna stay doing insurance. I just paid insurance, but it's gonna be coming up again in April, so I want to make sure I have that money, you know, ready to go when it comes around again. It feels like it's so far away, but then again, it isn't really. If that makes sense. And I just need my little odd and even papers. There we go. So let's see. Whoops. All right. So let's do that. We'll do even for insurance. There's still money in here. I think I'm going to keep like the money that I'm putting aside through the end of the year and just make like one big lump, debt payment with whatever I have put aside. So I looked in my envelope. I'm going to do all of this today because I just had quite a lot in there. So we're just going to go ahead and do all of it. I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So we're doing 200 today. So basically the premise of this is I pick 2 priority envelopes. That could be whatever envelopes you need to fund, however that works for you. I have one labeled as odd, one labeled as even. I'm going to roll 1 dice. If I roll a 1, 3, or 5, it goes into odd. If I roll a 2, 4, or 6, it's going to go into insurance. And that's as simple as it can get. So we have a 6, so that's a 20 going into insurance. A 1, that's a 20 going into debt. And just simple as that. 20 going into insurance because that was a 2. We have a 4. Oops. That's another 4. So now we're down to the 10s. We have a 1, another 4, a 5, another 1, oops, a 6, a 5, a 1, another 1, a 4, a 6, and a 3. It's quick, easy, simple to do. I'm going to do the insurance first. Let me get the 20s in the front here. So, I mean, look at that. That's a nice amount to go straight into insurance to kind of get me started for the next 6-month installment. Because I do pay insurance 6 months at a time. Just you get a bigger discount with the insurance that way too. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. That's beautiful. Perfect. Okay, I will need a new tracker in there soon. Okay, and let's take a look at debt. And debt got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So let's see, 90 going in, and now it has 90, that's 100, 10, and 20. So 120 in the debt envelope now. That's awesome. Okay, so that is about it. I think Wednesday's video is going to be another big savings challenge video where I feel like I'm a little all over the place with everything, but yeah, I think I'm going to focus on trying to like really go hard at a lot of the savings challenges. And, maybe just as certain things come up, if I need money for my wallet, if I need money for, certain things, I'll do that as I need to, or maybe pull some of the money from the completed savings challenges if I need to. So we'll see. I'll kind of figure it out because I still want to do the holiday binder, at least through Christmas, and maybe the sunflower binder to kind of help save up for some small things. But I really want to focus on getting the 2025, as many like of the member challenges as I can completed, and the J books, the savings challenge book that I'm using with my J bucks. I don't really get a whole lot of J bucks very often. Oh, and speaking of, I think while I have you and while the video's not quite too long, I should do, I do have some coin from my wallet that I need to kind of clear out. So let me see what I have in here, because I do have some singles. I have, let's see, There's some more singles, and then is there any loose change in here? No. Oh, there's a lot of change in here. Well, a decent amount. Okay, so let's do this as well. And let me check the dollars first and see if I have any J-Bucks. Ooh, I've got one. I've got one J-Buck, so that will go into my J-Buck envelope. So that will get put aside, but let's see. How much do I have here? And let me grab my trusty little calculator because it's easier to kind of add up and subtract from here. So I've got $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 plus, that's 25, 30, 40, 55, 56, 7, 8, 9, 63 cents. Okay. So let's see what we can fill out in here, because I know there's kind of, I'm completed up to certain pages. Let's see, June is done. Let me grab a Sharpie. Okay, so let's just start at the top here and see how far we can get. So we'll do the $1.89. The $1.92, and then I have a $2.82, so I don't know if that one's done yet. It is not, so we're going to do that one as well. Perfect. Oops. So by the time I'm done with this, I should have $667.95, and this book is from All Things Kimberly WV, so go check her out. She has some cute challenge books. And, oh, I forgot to put the dollars in there. She has some really cute challenge books, so go check her out. And she has a YouTube channel as well. Okay, and then we'll put the coin in here. It's getting like half full. And the only reason I think that it's not like getting completely full is because I don't really, I mean, I use cash when I go out, but I don't go shopping really like that often. So coin is kind of hard to come by, so that's why I use the dollars as well. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing that challenge book for like the next 3 years, and I don't want that. But we'll see. How, I don't know if I'll finish that one this year or not, but it's worth a shot. All right, so thank you so much for staying and watching today. Until next time, bye for now.